It's time once again to check in on some of the projects we're following here at Theme Park Stop. From continuing issues with the Hagrid coaster to construction updates and rumors, here's what's going on at Universal Orlando. First up, let's check in on the current status of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. The ride has been going through what some might call growing pains. It has been closing early for testing and sometimes opening late due to technical issues. However, recently the ride was delayed for a reason we hadn't heard before: bees.
You like jazz?
On Tuesday, September 24th, there were reports that the ride was unable to open due to a nest of honeybees. Honeybees have been deemed a protected species here in Florida, so clearing them from the ride area is easier said than done. Guests waiting in line could see what we originally thought might be bee specialists who were on site to evaluate the situation. The coaster was delayed again the following day, and again there were reports that bees were the culprit. Finally, around 1 p.m., the ride opened. About a week went by without any more mention of the bees, but on Wednesday, October 2nd, the ride closed early once again, and what appeared to be a swarm of bees were spotted flying around the track. Luckily, the bees eventually surrendered and the ride was able to open for a little bit at the end of the day, but it continues to be another in a long line of issues that have plagued this new ride. Rumor was the coaster ran into unforeseen issues right before its grand opening that has led it to require additional testing. This has meant that the coaster is open late each day or has closed early, as it has in recent months. What's most unfortunate is that the ride seemed to be running much more smoothly in the days leading up to this new problem, if you can believe it. As for the other big project we're following at Islands of Adventure, construction is moving right along at the still yet to be announced Jurassic Park roller coaster. We know that a lot of roller coaster track has arrived off-site, but we haven't seen any of it installed just yet. However, lots of preparations are underway around the site, including the addition of several retaining walls, deep foundational work, and other steps that are necessary to prep the ground for supports. There are a couple cranes on site, and a new barge has shown up in the water along the waterfront. It's hard to tell, but it appears that some type of steel support structure is being installed near the barge. This could be for the section of track that will pass in front of the Discovery Center over the water. Retaining walls are being installed along the waterfront as well as other areas where the coaster will travel. One of the sections of the coaster that will require the most prep will be the rumored element similar to a coaster top hat. That will be a tall section of track where the coaster trains will travel nearly straight up and then straight back down at incredible speeds. To help prepare for the installation of this element, a lot of work is being done near Popeye and Bluto's bilge rat barges, which is currently closed. We can see a retaining wall has been installed to keep water from flowing into the area as crews dig deeper and deeper, most likely to prep for some type of reinforcing material that will be installed before footers can be placed in this area. The Popeye ride will be closed until the last week of December. While the main reason it closed may be related to prep work needed for the Jurassic Coaster, the raft ride itself is in need of some work as well. This will be one of the longest downtime periods for Popeye since the park opened. The bypass bridge that connects Lost Continent to Jurassic Park is currently closed. It is not expected to reopen until the busy holiday season. Even though all of the railings have been installed, it looks like they're keeping the work walls up along the bridge. The work walls across from Burger Digs behind the Discovery Center have come down. These were blocking the former location of the ponds, which have now been filled in. In their place, some of the carnival games have returned, with this as their new home. Some of the outside seating for Burger Digs has returned as well, beside the games and along the work walls in this area. The walls around the new coaster site have extended out even further, making it a tight squeeze on most of the paths throughout the area. While everyone assumed that the Jurassic World redo of the River Adventure would be a sure thing after opening at Universal Hollywood, it now seems it might not be the case for Orlando. Rumors have been floating around that the Jurassic Park land in Islands of Adventure will remain as Jurassic Park, and will not be converted into Jurassic World. Some have said that Universal Orlando only had enough budget to either turn the River Adventure into Jurassic World or build a new roller coaster, and well, it's pretty clear to see which way they went. The coaster is rumored to be named VelociCoaster, based on a trademark that was filed by Universal back in July. Regardless of what they call it, we definitely think it will have something to do with the raptors, and may include a raptor containment pen as part of the ride. Stay tuned for more news on this attraction as it happens. And real quick, let's check in on the mysterious project that Universal seems to never want to announce. The Bourne Stuntacular show is rumored to be opening this year, shockingly, despite not having a single announcement about it since Terminator 2 3D closed 2 years ago. Not much has been happening outside. However, since our last update, work walls did go up around the entrance. The facade was repainted and parts of the silver marquee were refinished. The building looks pretty much the same, but now with a more blue appearance. Work walls came down just this week without any type of signage installed, which has prompted some to wonder if this project has been cancelled. Everything I've heard leads me to believe that it is still very much happening. There was even talk of a Mini Cooper being placed in the now finished queue for the new stunt show, a car that was featured prominently in the first Bourne film. If you look closely, you can see the bases where the new show's sign and warning signs will be placed in front of the entrance, hidden behind plants. Permits for the new signs were filed just last month, so they could be installed any day now. The Bourne Stuntacular show may be opening sometime between now and early next year, with some rumors pointing towards a December opening. In the meantime, while we wait for a formal announcement for this show's eventual opening, Netflix's Stranger Things has set up a small exhibit near the theater's exit. Located in the gift shop, this mini attraction is only open during Halloween Horror Nights and on select evenings. It allows guests to interact with an AI character through a walkie-talkie, who will actually say your name back to you, while also using motion sensors to detect your movement while you battle a Demogorgon on a screen, through a window. It's neat, I guess, but also very temporary. That's all for now. Be sure to check out the Theme Park News playlist for more details on these projects and more. Videos like this are brought to you by our Patreon supporters. Join Patreon today for early podcast releases, exclusive videos, and more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.